A lot of people feel like they miss something. Like everyone else understands AI, and they don't. Like there was a class they didn't take, or a memo they never got. That feeling is understandable, but it's also misleading. Because most people aren't behind on AI. They were just never given a clear way to think about it. Right now, almost everything you hear about AI sounds urgent. You're told it's moving fast, that it's changing everything, that if you don't adapt quickly, you'll fall behind. That kind of messaging creates pressure, not understanding. And pressure often gets mistaken for incompetence. People start to assume that if they're confused, it must mean they're missing something obvious. But confusion doesn't mean you are bad at this. It usually means the explanations you've been given were built for experts, investors, or headlines, not for people who just want to understand what's actually going on. Most people didn't fail to keep up. They were never given a stable mental model to begin with. Here's the part that usually surprises people. You don't need to catch up on everything. You don't need to learn tools. You don't need to memorize terminology. You don't need to become technical. What you need is one clear way of thinking about what AI is and what it isn't. Once you have that, a lot of the noise starts to fade. The hype, the fear, the sense that this is all moving too fast to understand. Most confusion about AI comes from treating it like something it's not, like a mind, like an expert, like something that understands the world the way humans do. When you approach it that way, its behavior feels unpredictable and intimidating. But when you stop doing that, AI becomes much easier to reason about. Not because it suddenly slows down, but because you're no longer asking it to be something it can't be. You don't need breadth. You don't need speed. You need a stable mental model. Once you have that, learning anything else about AI becomes calmer, more deliberate, and far less overwhelming. This channel isn't about tools. It's not about productivity hacks. And it's not about panic. It's about clarity, about giving you a small number of solid ideas that help you understand AI without jargon, without hype, and without pressure. We're not going to rush. We're not going to pretend this is magic. And we're not going to frame confusion as failure. Instead, we'll build understanding slowly from first principles so you can see what AI actually is and, just as importantly, what it isn't. That way, you can decide for yourself how much AI you want in your life, how much trust it deserves, and where its limits actually are. This isn't about keeping up. It's about getting oriented so everything else becomes easier to reason about. If AI feels intimidating, this is where you start. Not with tools, not with trends, and not with pressure. With one simple idea that explains how modern AI actually works. Start with the video linked here. The one rule that explains AI, no jargon. You're not behind. You just needed a clearer starting point.